LinkedIn,
So,
and Twitter. We are
and
now live.
the
What's good, people? What's good, people?
and
It is. I'm just gonna mute Quiche. Okay. It is currently 5 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time, Monday, the 29th of April, 2024. Welcome to another amazing episode of The Game, which is a free weekly financial literacy webinar covering crypto and stocks fundamentals, including but not limited to, with special guests, every Monday, 8 p.m. till half 9 UK time since 2020. Today, we have a special guest. I don't want to miss your name. How do I say your name, sir?
it's Oleg Giberstein.
Oleg Giberstein. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. Yes, perfect.
Amazing. Where is it you're from?
Oh, it's a complicated story, but I grew up in Germany and I've been here in the UK for 15 years now, so that's kind of the quick part of it.
Ach so. Ich habe ein bisschen Deutsch gelernt in der Schule. Yeah.
Wow, that's really good.
Leider vergessen. Yeah, I did a bit of German in school. Anyway, yeah, so we have a special guest from Coinrule, and we're here to talk about automated trading. However, before we get into it, let's just get into the standard intro, especially because we always have newcomers and we always welcome new people to our stream. So, Blockchain Sensei, we are the UK's leading Black and Asian owned Web3 solutions and financial literacy company. We solve problems in Web3. We connect companies who need investing, developers. We throw events. We do a lot. We do free webinars every single week. We do the game every single Monday, 8 p.m. till half 9 UK time, since 2020. Wednesdays, if you're a Manchester resident or you know anybody in the Manchester or surrounding areas, please let them know we do a free weekly in-person workshop called Create Tech. And next one will be at BIM University this Wednesday. So that's every single Wednesday, and that's held by Shuriken Sounds, our subsidiary company that focus on positioning artists in Web3 and creative AI. Fridays, we do NFT Fridays, talking about non-fungible tokens, the metaverse, etc. And Sundays, our charts and trading show. Click the link in Blockchain Sensei bios on all social media, superjoy.com/blockchain sensei, to join our free webinars and also our free Telegram. We have a subscription service. This is the warning advertisement. The dojo is the greatest crypto subscription service when it comes to trading and investing, in our opinion. This is where you will get access to 5 free webinars a week covered by myself, Jay Johnson, our head of AI and technical specialist, and of course Mr. Harding, covering macro. Now we'll be talking about on-chain DGen stuff. Let's get into our disclaimer and then over to today's special guest. Disclaimer: terms and conditions. All content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only, and it should not be considered as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets, nor place any trades. Please always do your own work, guys. Yeah, our content is intended and should only be used for informational use only. It's very important to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. Oleg, are you a professional financial advisor? Santos, Temerson, Mr. Harding, Mark, Den, any financial advisors in the house? No, sir. We do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. Alternatively, independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our show. All investments come with what, guys? So please, yeah. And because all investments come with risk, even tuning into this free webinar, you are risking watching something very fun on Netflix or funny on YouTube. Instead, you're choosing to spend your time either live or on the replay getting financially literate with blockchain practitioners. Isn't it crazy how the world works? But even being here is a risk, you know? If you've got 4 GB of internet, you might be risking some of your 4G, right? So all investments come with risk, even investments of your time and energy and attention. So always take care of that and do your own research. We're working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. If you're unable to mitigate your risk, let us know immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor that have the fancy qualification, which we at Blockchain Sensei do not. Anyway, over to a fellow non-financial advisor. How are you doing, special guest Oleg?
I am great
Wie
today.
geht's?
I was es geht mir sehr gut. I was just saying I've been sorting through the Eigenlayer airdrop mess, so I'm already, my mind is right in crypto.
Good.
So
I'm trying to get my camera to work, but it's only allowing me to do my avatar, which is a bit annoying. But
Oh no,
nonetheless,
not this,
okay.
Michael. Oh my God.
Man, that's an improvement.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Mark.
But anyway, Oleg, let's start with yourself. If you want to just tell us a little bit about your journey, how and why did you even start Coinrule?
Sure. So we started Coinrule. The very first reason why we started it was because there was something we wanted to do ourselves, which was automating very simple logics for our trading, and we just couldn't do that. You can buy bots in the market, but they, most of them are pretty shady. You're not necessarily sure what the heck they'll do, how they work. But we just wanted to do automations. If this happens, then do that. If something else happens, do something else. And there just wasn't an easy way to do that. So we built it ourselves.
Nice. I like that. That's kind of what we did with Blockchain Sensei. We saw no one was really doing the education the way that we wanted it to be done. So we just thought, you know what, screw it, we'll just do it ourselves. And I'm a big believer of that. I always say to people, look, don't start a business based on passion. Start a business based on what annoys you, because you tend to work harder for things that annoy you. You tend to stay up later. You tend to put a little bit more in the things that annoy you. So what was your background before you were doing Coinrule?
Yeah, so I had worked in banking at Citigroup here in London, then quit banking because I had gotten I was totally done with it. I started my first startup, but as I was doing that, I suddenly had time to get more into discovering tech and what's going on in the world. Started going to crypto events, and that was like 2017, so that's a good while ago. And obviously, we were in the middle of the ICO boom cycle. It blew my mind, and I just stuck in it forever.
You got trapped.
Exactly. You go down the rabbit hole, and it takes you years to figure out, oh my goodness, this industry is mad, but you can't leave.
Oh yeah.
You're hooked.
Oh yeah.
It takes you years to get out. I don't think you can get out once you're down the rabbit hole.
You can't. It's too much fun, and you're way too corrupted for any kind of normal activity you might otherwise do.
That is true. Once you get regular 10x results, it's pretty hard.
Well, when people ask me if they should get into crypto, I tell them, look, no, you should turn around and run. It's your last chance. They never listen to me. Then that's when they really join the industry, and then it's too late.
Run for the hills. That's the best thing.
Exactly.
So with Coinrule, who's like the ideal customer? Who's the ideal person that this is built for?
So there are, I would say, two types of ideal customers. There are people who are traders, so they really know what they're doing, and they're looking for a tool to help them automate their trading, build simple but also complex strategies, things that you can do in 2 clicks on Coinrule, which otherwise you just wouldn't be able to do. Like, it allows you to trade in a way that otherwise would not be possible. We can be pretty good for beginners who are willing to learn. Like, what we are not is a set it and forget it tool. You always have to, like, we do have a marketplace. Users can copy trade other strategies, but still we recommend people to really keep on top of what's going on in the market, because different strategies will do better in different markets. And particularly with crypto being crypto, it's just not something where you can, switch off. If you just want to switch off, DCA, dollar cost average by Bitcoin and Ethereum, and don't look at it for 5 years. But if you want to do anything more interesting with your investing, that's who we are there for.
Okay. And what would you say is the one thing you know now that you didn't know before?
That's a really good question. I mean, how should I answer the question? From a building startup point of view or from a trading and investing point of view?
Both.
Both. Let's start from the startup point of view. We definitely underestimated how difficult it is to build something that is really able to work on top of crypto exchanges, because the APIs are absolutely god awful. You run into all sorts of unexpected issues, but which is actually a good thing, because it means that there's a much higher barrier to entry. So there are a lot of services out there, it's just most of them don't work well. But what we've really learned is about our customers, where our initial assumption was that they would be looking for a set it and forget it tool, but actually they were really active traders and they were looking for much more sophisticated tools. From a trading and investing point of view, I've learned an enormous amount. I think the most important lesson I learned was to really be crystal clear to yourself what is your profile as an investor, trader, as an actor in the market. Because the reason people lose money is they think they're traders, but they don't actually do the work required to be a trader. They think they're investors, but actually they're gambling. There's a book called What I Learned Losing $1 Million, which I really, really highly recommend. I think it talks about like 4 or 5 types of actors in the market. And a lot of people think they trade or they invest. Actually, what they do is they bet or they gamble. And they follow their emotions. They don't actually see it as a job. It's a really, really hard job. And that's why they end up losing money. And if you don't know what's your role, what you're trying to be in the market, you're probably not one of the categories that is likely to do well in the market.
Wow. I hope we can cut that one up. That was great wisdom there. So then in regards to Coinrule and like the impact that it can make, I can see, I'm guessing a few people have just tried to download that book on Audible
And Spotify.
and Spotify. But yeah, so like with Coinrule, like what would you say is the best thing that's come out of starting this business? What's the kind of the enlightening thing, or the thing that it's allowed you to do that you didn't
Wow.
before?
Wow, that's a deep question. I mean, from a personal point of view, like it's been an incredible journey. Like we met so many people, we met phenomenal team members, customers, investors, but also, we happened to go through Y Combinator, the Silicon Valley Accelerator program. We met absolutely unbelievable founders and mentors. So we've been extremely lucky to meet that caliber of people on this journey. And without throwing shade at banking, but one of the reasons I left was because it just felt so uninspiring. And I do think on this journey we've been on, we've been extremely lucky to meet very inspiring people. And one of the first things that Michael Siebel, he was CEO of Y Combinator at the time, taught us when we joined was that his goal is to make us more formidable as founders and as people. And I think YC and just generally this journey has done a great job of making a lot of these founders really formidable, and being able to be around them, it's a great opportunity to learn from them.
So I'm guessing that means you'd recommend Y Combinator.
Yeah, very much. I mean, it's a fantastic. There's actually tomorrow night, if you're in London, there's an event with Paul Graham. For people, I mean, Paul Graham, obviously the famous founder of Y Combinator, but I think it might be full already at this point. But basically, it's for people who are interested in applying to YC. So definitely, if you can still, if you're in London, I suggest to check it out.
Yeah. Send me the Luma link and I'll try and attend that one, definitely. Okay, cool. Are you able to share screen and show us Coinrule and talk us through?
Absolutely. Share screen. Let me just make sure I don't accidentally share some more shit coining that I'm doing.
Love your honesty.
No, it's more just about following all the latest drama.
No, the meme coining is part of.
It's not even that. It's just the crypto Twitter drama and like the madness of it all. So can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is Coinrule. What you're looking at now is the dashboard where you have all your strategies and you can see in one place how they're performing. One very important thing to know for the user, so the starting point is we are not an exchange, we are not a trading platform. So we run as a software layer on top of other trading platforms. So we don't have ever custody over your funds. What you can do with us is you can connect any of these crypto exchanges, futures exchanges, but also we support stocks and ETFs. So you can connect Alpaca or Robinhood with us, for example. So you can trade any of these. And then once you select the exchange you want to connect, it's very easy. You create an API key. We give you a little video guide how to do it. You create the key on the exchange, paste it here, and you're ready to roll. You've got one place where you can see all your connected exchanges, all your wallets, or your balances, and so on. And when you're ready to build strategies, you go into the Create Rule page. Now, one important thing, so what I mentioned earlier, there are essentially three ways to use Coinrule. There's the most automated and the most manual way. So the most automated way would be to use a strategy from the marketplace. So the marketplace features strategies that have been put together by our traders, by the Coinrule community, that have been running or measured for a certain period of time and have shown a certain performance. Now, of course, keep in mind, I'll be very, risk averse here. Markets change a lot, and some of these strategies are designed to execute, 2-3 times, maybe in a month, or even once a month. So we have a lot of users who come, subscribe to a strategy, and immediately expect, oh, the strategy hasn't made 10 trades in the first hour, something is broken. And that's just not how it works. Our head of trading, who now currently just trades full time for himself, like he maybe trades once or twice a month at all, and he's doing phenomenally well with his own portfolio. So just because something trades a lot does not make it into a good strategy. But
so
that was
to get you to go back to that screen where it had like the different percentage. It had like 100% and whatever.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Can you talk us through what this means here? So you got the 100% win rate. Is that can you break down? That's a consistency win rate.
So every single trade that the strategy closes tends to be in profit. It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it myself. Now it makes tiny gains. So the average trade P&L is very small, which means that you can see that here. So it means it makes a lot. I was talking about strategies that don't trigger often. This strategy triggers a tremendous amount. Let me see if I got, I might have it even running here somewhere. No, I don't, unfortunately, on this account. Maybe I'll pull it out later somewhere. But basically, this is a strategy. Now, the thing is, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right strategy for you, because you can also have a strategy that closes only every third trade in profit, but the trades it closes in, and the trades that it closes in profit, it actually makes a lot of profit on them. So it's really, there are different ways to distinguish if a strategy is a good strategy or not.
Nice. And then the other side is the P&L is the amount of profit.
It's the total P&L. Yeah, the total
so
P&L.
you can see that some of them are doing, like, say for example, this one here, the legacy coins is doing 146% and it's done 10k profit, whereas the other one is more consistent, doesn't have that much losses, but the profit in the P&L.
But also keep in mind, this is over a 3-year period, so that includes bull and bear market, whereas some of the others have been tested for 3 weeks. So there are a lot of things to pay attention to.
Okay, nice. Okay, very, very interesting. So it's it's quintessentially a pick your own hedge fund, like a decentralized
Yes,
hedge
yeah,
fund.
to an extent. Now the part that even I'm actually would like to talk more about is the actual rule creation journey, because that's what really sets Coinrule apart, because you can do things with us that you absolutely can't do anything else. Now, I was saying there are 3 ways to build strategies. There's the most automated. So I showed you the most automated in the marketplace. There is the, let's call it semi-automated. So you can use our templates. So our templates are pre-built strategies where you can read about them. You can really like see what they do. You're also always welcome to join our community and ask questions about them or contact our support. But then once you select it, it pre-fills the rule, what we call the rule page. So you have the strategy right in front of you. You could literally just press launch and it would launch it for you. You would get the plain English summary in clear language of what the strategy would do, and you could launch it. But you could also change it around. So it's a good way to understand a little bit more about how Coinrule logics work without having to start from scratch, and every single bit is customizable. Now, that's can be daunting for someone who, is not like a sophisticated trader and is not familiar with all these terms. So let me start you off with like a very simple example. So let's say I'm just building a very straightforward strategy to give you an idea how the platform works. So let's say I want to trade any coin, and any coin here means any coin that's listed on the exchange I'm trading on. The demo exchange is modeled on Binance. So basically any coin that's listed on Binance has price increased by 3% from current live price, and that coin has volume increased by 10 million USD within 15 minutes. If that happens, I want to buy 20 USD of that coin with my USDT wallet as limit order. Do this 100 times.
Wow.
I give it a name. I press launch. I get the summary. I press launch again. We go into the market. That's how we create the strategy. Now, where it gets really cool is when you are sitting around and really playing around with it, and you will very quickly discover the absolutely crazy things you can do with us. So for example, something like any of my coins. So you can build with one strategy, trailing stop loss for your entire portfolio. So what does that mean?
Wow. Wow.
So let's say 10% to my BTC wallet of that coin. So now what that means is if any coin, any of the coins in your portfolio at any point drops by 3% in price, this rule will sell 10% of it. And it will happen each time that happens. So let's say you're holding Maker. Now Maker is, let's say, whatever, $100. Now Maker, let's assume Maker drops by 3%. The rule will sell 10% of your your balance of Maker. Now let's say from there on, Maker goes up, and it goes from 97 to 110, 120, 130. Then it drops again 3%. Now again, we're gonna sell 10% of that coin, and it will do that for every single coin in your portfolio. So this is something that is amazingly powerful because it extends across your entire portfolio, and you can do it in like one simple operation. Now let's say let's use some indicators. So let's say something like any coin. So price increases within 1 hour. So price is going up. That's great, and that coin has RSI also increase. Let's say by 10 points within 1 hour, but that coin has or let's say does not have RSI greater than 60, so it's not yet overbought. The RSI is an indicator that shows you if a coin is overbought. So we're looking at something that has a price increase within a 1 hour candle, and its relative strength index is increasing by 10 points, but it's not yet over 60. Great, let's buy it. Buy that coin. Now now I bought it. Now we want to make sure that we take profit, right? So what we're gonna do is we'll set a take profit and the stop loss. So we say if RSI is greater than 60, so if that actually happens, so it reaches the overbought stage, or it's not yet overbought, but price increases by another 10% from price at which you bought, that's a great opportunity to take profit. Or let's say RSI decreases by 10 points within 1 hour. I want to sell this guy. Now we can do one thing. So in that situation, I want to sell. Yeah. Here I will sell. It's actually a new feature that we deployed literally today. So you can say you sell 50% and then keep your position open. So what that means is we can take, for example, if it keeps going up. So these are take profit conditions. So it keeps going up. We can sell 20% of the position, and then it will keep, as the price increases, it will keep selling it in increments. Or now we add the stop loss. So if price decreases by 3%, let's say trailing, or RSI decreases by, let's say, 5 points, we'll sell 100%. So that's the stop loss. And
you're saying I could do this not just on the individual coin, but my entire portfolio?
You can trade any coin in your portfolio, or you can trade any coin on the market.
Wow.
Perfect. And then do this 50 times. There's one more thing here. So we're using then. Now, then means that it will run in sequence. So it will buy one coin, then it will track the stop loss and take profit. Then once it sells, because we said execute 50 times, it will start again. If you do any time, now this is where it will go really crazy. So anytime that a coin meets this condition, it will buy it. But then for each single coin it bought, it will track the take profit and stop loss. So you have a strategy that can buy, let's say we say a limit of 10 open positions. So it could open 10 open positions by 10 different coins that meet this criteria, and then simultaneously track the stop loss and take profit, and then sell them when the signal turns. So that's really powerful, and that's really something you can not do. Let's go this strategy webinar. So I remember. We'll see how this performs. Maybe we can check back in 1 week and see if this has done us any good. So, and then once you're actually, I'm going to show you this with a rule that's been running for a bit longer. So once you have your strategy running, you can see in the rule detail page what it's been up to. So you can see this rule had 7 trades. It closed 2 of them in profit. So it's only 28.5% win rate. But the average trade P&L is 0.75%. So it's actually been doing all right. You can see that you can see every single trade it has done. You can see I actually ran out of USDT on this account earlier, so it wasn't able to open new trades. But for each buy or sell, you see exactly what condition was met for the buy or sell to happen.
I love the transparency. Like, this is high levels of transparency.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then you can see also down here, you can see in the rule snapshot every single position that the coin bought or sold, the profit, the loss, and also if it hasn't yet closed the position, you see the unrealized profit. The rule does not have any open trades at the moment, so that's why there's now no, I mean, only a bit of dust left.
Yes.
Cool. How much time do we still have? A bit of time, or
Yeah. If you've got time to show any more, then
I'll show one or two small things. So one cool thing is we've got something called quick swap. If you have like 1 million coins in your portfolio like this, you don't know what the heck to do with them. The quick swap lets you sell all your coins into one coin. So for example, I got 104 coins in here. What a nightmare, yeah.
So much time.
And it's all like small balances, but it's not totally small. You don't want to forget about $14. It's still like 100 positions worth $40. It's still not little. In one action, you can all convert them to any currency.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. And then we have also the timer. So Coinrule is great also for portfolio management use cases. So with the timer, you can schedule certain events. So you can say every minute, every 5 minutes, but starting whatever this Friday, any coin that has volume increased by 100% within 2 hours, or even let's say, for example, the way people actually use this is if let's say I'm selling down a coin, like I happened to have a big position of Algorand and I want to sell it down, but I want to sell it down whenever volume is above a certain level. So this is something that would be called volume weighted average price. So let's say the volume is greater than just giving, say right now algo volume is 65 million. Let's say volume is double that, so like let's say 100 million roughly. I want to sell 10% of my position of that coin to USDT, but I don't want to sell it if volume is low, because I might not get the best possible price, and do this 1,000 times. And then every 30 minutes, it's going to do it if the volume is above a certain level. Big important thing, to not forget the M. And there we go. If algo has volume greater than 100 million USD, that's over a 24-hour period, by the way. Sell 10% of that coin, and boom, off we go into the market. Now this rule, it's scheduled, so it will launch when it will start on the 3rd of May.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah,
and
that's
then
Coinrule, guys.
Someone can make their own strategy and then it goes onto the marketplace automatically, or how does it work in terms of it getting listed?
So the marketplace is a little bit more exclusive. So if you want to sell your strategy, you need to apply. And then I will look at your application and I'll probably turn it down unless it's a really, really good strategy, because we have already some really good strategies. So at this point, I'm only interested if they have really good backtested results and they come from someone who is quite experienced with trading, so that I believe that the strategy might be value add.
Nice.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're about to go to questions now, actually. So yeah, fire away.
Apologies for jumping the gun. What does all this cost? Oh, let's get down to the bottom line.
So there are 3 tiers: hobbyist, trader, and pro. You can pretty much everything I showed to you can get with the hobbyist plan. If you guys remind me, I'll send you a coupon that you can use just for your community to get a 50% off discount for 1 year.
Oh wow! Thank you.
I've got a question.
Mhm.
Oh shit! Sorry, Michael. You said you're going to come to questions, so let me not interrupt you. Sorry.
No. We might as
Go for it, bro.
Oh,
I'll ask
everyone's
another
going
one when
for
you're
questions.
finished.
Just 2 questions. I love how you talk about the trading, because this is something I do. What I was going to ask you, do you look at swing failure patterns? Because that's something that's why I incorporated in my trading style.
So that's
really
a really
nice.
good question. So what we found is that as many indicators as we add, People always look for some new ones. So what you can do actually is you can connect us to TradingView. So what you can do is you can set up any script on TradingView for your specific coin that you want to trade, and we will trigger it for you. So basically, let's say you're looking at the chart of USDT, and the TradingView signal is buy, you buy, and then if
That is crazy.
if TradingView signal, where is it there? If TradingView signal is sell, you sell it, and we'll run your strategy for you.
Jeez. Well, that sounds good. Like that sounds really good.
So, and for the hackers here, we also support custom signal. So custom signal means you can basically like you can have your own self-programmed strategy, and all you need to do is send us the webhook. It's basically when you go on launch, we'll give you everything you need to know, and then you can just ping our send us a signal, and then we'll trigger your strategy for you, basically. But that's obviously for the more technical people here. So the advantage there is you might have your own strategy coded, but you don't want to deal with all the exchange APIs, so we take care of that for you.
Nice.
Wow.
No, I also think I was thinking like, do you ever consider, say for example, I know you take payment, but let's say somebody was to make money, then do you ever do something where you can take a commission? Like let's say someone makes profit and you can take like a cut from what they make.
Yeah. So the reason we don't do it for two reasons. One is regulatory, the other one is practical. So practical, we don't have control over the funds. The funds sit on your exchange.
Okay.
So that makes it much trickier to do. We would have to essentially like bill the customers, and that wouldn't be so nice. But also regulatory wise, we are seen by the UK's FCA as a software provider because we are a plugin. We are something that you connect, you build strategies through us, but we don't execute them, we don't hold the funds, we don't, so the fact that we don't charge volumes is something that's actually contributes to us being seen as a software provider rather than like some kind of trading entity, which we don't want to be. We do want to not be seen as like financial institution.
Okay. No, that sounds good. That sounds good. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for your questions. Thanks so much for answering questions. I definitely want to look into it. Definitely want to explore it. Definitely want to explore. I was thinking that also got advice, like say for example, somebody makes big money like in this trade. I mean, maybe that's not your area, but maybe there's something in corporate, maybe offer advice on how someone could cash out, like I don't know, saying like for example, like tax implications with UK. Is that you kind of your area, or is that something you don't?
Not at the moment, but it's something we'll probably expand towards in the future.
I look forward to that. That'll be good. That'll be helpful. Like say for someone who's making consistently profitable trades a daily, then thinking how he can cash it out, how he can like pay himself and do it without all this UK like government interference and all this regulation that's going on. That'll be a good area for you to touch on.
I do recommend. I mean, I work with crypto accountants, and I use like tax accounting software like Coinrule. But it's really complicated stuff. Like unfortunately, it's not straightforward. Straightforward.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Well, maybe when the money starts flowing.
Exactly.
When the money starts getting
Worry first about the money flowing, and then in the next step,
they will take that up. But I know blockchain Sensei. When I speak to them, so that I think Ninja's got some people that's good, so I can speak to Ninja as well and Michael, and I'm sure they can advise as well.
Yep, we definitely can.
Thank you
So
so
let's go to the next person's question. Does any of the Blockchain Sensei core team have any questions? Ninja or Quiche? Wait, hang on a minute. Where is Ninja and Quiche? Hang on a minute. Are they in the meeting still?
Do you want me to have a look?
No, I don't know where Keisha's gone. Keisha's disappeared, and Ninja is here, I believe, but he's probably knowing him, he's probably using the platform right now, and he's probably seen too much and gone right now. Okay, cool. So we'll go to next person for questions. Tamasan, did you have any questions?
Cheers, Mike. Thanks, Oleg. I have to say, firstly, many congrats. And it is extremely difficult to get into the YC Combinator. And so for you guys being there, honestly, you've done phenomenal. I think it's just, for me, it's just digesting it at the moment around the platform. So no questions as of yet, but I think you've given a very detailed overview. And I think this will be a game changer for a lot of people.
Thank you. If you guys have any questions, you can always also ping us, ping me, ping our customer support team. We have documentation on, I'm going to show that actually.
Is this
Do you do, sorry, actually, my only question is, there are, for example, customer calls if they want to have a one-to-one to find out more personally.
We do.
I'm assuming you might have
We do
something like that.
webinars, and so we do a webinar every Wednesday, and we also do one-on-one calls with our trader plan customers.
Okay, fantastic.
Usually we don't have a huge number of people join the webinars, so I do suggest to come to them.
To join the webinars.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And the help center, can you see this? It's basically, if you click down here on help center, it's help.coinrule.com, and we really take you through a lot of things. So I do suggest to have a look through that.
Excellent. Great stuff. Thanks very much for that, Oleg. Thank you.
Nice.
Pleasure.
I would like to hear a question from Matty if he's there. Yo. Have you got any questions?
Just regarding kind of the indicators, I was just wondering if there's some RSI indicator that person kind of enter the market or.
I struggled to hear the question, but I did hear something about RSI. So yes, we do have RSI. I was actually showing that as part of the strategy we were talking about.
Is each strategy subjected to a specific indicator, or is there kind of a way of
that's up to you, right? I mean, so you can select your indicators as you wish. So we support right now these indicators: RSI, MA, EMA, Bollinger Bands, Open High Low Close, MACD, and MFI, and we are adding many more indicators soon.
Nice.
Is it for auto executions, or how does it kind of work in terms of end-to-end?
Yeah. They'll execute on the exchange you have connected. So let's say I connect Binance. The strategy will run on Binance. Obviously, you need to create the API key, or we also support one-click connect. So you can basically see if no, unfortunately you can't see that because I got them all connected. But basically it's like auth. So you just log in with your Coinbase account, and then it automatically runs.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. So last question, I'll go to Mr. J Johnson.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I've just got one quick question, which is, do you use any specific platforms for backtesting? Because I think that's typically the longest sort of process when it comes to creating a strategy.
That's a really, really good question. So we don't yet have a good answer for that. So what we do is, what a lot of our users do is, they translate our strategies into PineScript for TradingView, and then they backtest them on TradingView. The best way to do that is to actually use ChatGPT. So you can copy our rule logic and ask ChatGPT to code it for you in PineScript. And with a big bit of back and forth, you usually get a good enough outcome. So you should be able to run a back test on it. The other thing is we support the demo exchange. So you can also test your strategy. So the demo exchange is not as accurate as we would like because it doesn't have an order book, but at least it will give you an idea of the rule logic. So you'll see, does the rule trigger as I expect? When does it trigger? It will give you a good sense for what works, what doesn't work. Just expect that it won't perform as well in the real world as it does on the demo exchange.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I've created some strategies using PineScript and ChatGPT before, so yeah, that's good to know. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks so much, guys. Yeah.
Can I ask one last question?
Go on then, Mark, because it's you.
Oh, thank you so much. So you offer I guess, a fully managed service and execution only. Is that right? So you would take someone's funds and trade them for them?
So no, not really. I mean, the closest it comes to that is in the marketplace. So the marketplace, you choose a strategy, you put in funds, but again, the funds are on the exchange. They're not with us. But you select the strategy, and the strategy trades for you. You don't have to worry about anything. But other than that, you build your strategy. Then the strategy executes on the exchange. So yeah, in that case, we just do the execution.
Nice.
Okay. So, but you've basically got to work out your own strategy or choose your
Yes.
strategy from your choices, correct?
Yes, exactly. And I mean, as I was showing, we do have those templates. So it will give you, the templates will give you a good idea for what's possible with Coinrule. And over time, as you use the platform more and more, you kind of will familiarize yourself and start coming up with your own, own things.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you so much, Oleg. And thank you, Mike.
Thanks so much, guys.
And that, ladies and gents, is a wrap. Massive thank you, Oleg, for doing this webinar, for taking the time out. It was meant to be half an hour, but it's gone on to 50 minutes. Massive value there. Massive thank you for the discount code as well. Thank you ever so much. We'll get that out to the community. We will definitely be in conversation with you about a blockchain Sensei strategy, and then we're also planning a trading event soon. So it'd be great to have you in event as well.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me, guys.
No worries.
Thanks, Oleg.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
See you later, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Oh, it's ended.
Yes, see you lot later. Yeah.
Has the whole thing ended? Mike?
Yeah, everything's finished. Everything's finished now.
Oh.
Question. Does everyone here kind of use indicators in the trading or
Right. Hasta la vista, baby. Thanks, Ninja.